prepare my friends and I for our semester abroad in Transylmania.
It looks a little different in the brochure.
Are you a moron?
Welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Sequel. This is the movie podcast. We're talking sequels, and we do it in two parts. The first, an interview with an actor or someone involved that made the film worth watching. And the second, a discussion of the sequel, what they got right, what they got wrong, and how it could have been better. Really hope you enjoyed last week's interview with just a total badass and with this week's movie, and then so many others. Actress Musetta Vander. We talked about her journey from South Africa, where she grew up in the country with monkeys all over, like so wild. I never think of that part of South Africa. Then in Hollywood, how she's in like Tina Turner videos, she's a dancer, and then boom, she's on Murder, She Wrote. Then she's in a movie that we covered, Oblivion and Oblivion 2 as Lash. And then she's in Wild Wild West. So much more. She was a blast to talk to. And she gave us our first Mike Ditka story from Kicking and Screaming. So if you haven't listened to that, be sure to check it out. But after this week's review of a sequel that I really didn't know was a sequel until I talked to Jennifer Lyons, which was, 5 years ago almost.
Oh my god!
That I talked to her, which is absolutely nuts. Our Dorm Daze 2 episode came out April 29, 2021, which is totally crazy. Before I say anything more about some of these characters that I just kind of miss these type of comedies from the 2000s, I got to introduce you to my partner in the sequel watching journey, Jamie Riccardi. Jamie, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, Doug. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Like, again, this isn't a movie that I would go, I got to watch this again. But I have to say, I miss these types of movies. Like, if you really think about it, you have a trilogy of films of the 3 Dorm Daze movies. They have, like, in each one, they have, like, a name. And then they have other people in it. Like, the first one, I think, is, what's his name? The redhead catcher from Sandlot, Patrick Arana. He's in the first one. And then Danielle Fishel's in that one, and Jennifer Lyons, and then they go to the second one. But to just have a movie that really just tries it all. There's so many different jokes that are just, I can't wait to talk about. But what are your first thoughts of Transylmania, which I didn't even say the name because it's hard to say. Why
it's very hard.
It's in Romania, so they're combining that. Why would they do that?
Maybe it's a man because it's Transylmania. I don't know, but okay. Before we even get to this, you said that talking about the story about monkeys in Africa, and you're like, I don't think about monkeys in Africa. You said.
No, in South Africa. I don't think of South Africa. I always think of Johannesburg. Even when I talk to her,
but
I always just think of the main.
But you don't think monkeys are throughout Africa?
I don't think of them going in your house.
Oh my gosh. I would
not
think
where
that's
there's civilized people. Not where there's a civilization.
Monkeys don't. You don't think they still like get? Africa's filled with wild animals, like throughout. And if you ask anyone, any animal you think of when you go to Africa,
monkey. If I ask any monkey, I say answer this question for banana.
But I would say the first thing they're going to say is either monkeys or lions. Like those are the two things that I think people would say. Oof. But yeah, okay. Anyway, okay. This movie, first of all, part of me wants to think that I saw it already, unless there's another character named Red Dew in another movie. Because the name Red Dew is not...
no joke, there is something from another movie. So that might be pulled from something else.
That we covered?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Because I was going to say, the name sounds very familiar. And so, but I can't imagine why I would have watched this in the past. So, yeah, listen, the movie's not great. Some of the characters are okay. Some are, not kind of lame. However, there are definitely some jokes that I think hit that are funny. Yeah. Right. So, listen, this has definitely been the year of horrendous movies. This movie, as bad as it is, it doesn't drag. I mean, it's so silly. It's so stupid. So cliche. I mean, like ridiculous 2000s cliche. But like I said, because it's like silly and has some jokes here and there. And I mean, between Lyons and Musetta, I mean, they look incredible in this movie.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, like, and it just, yeah, it's a middle of the road for me kind of movie.
Yeah.
But compared to what we've been watching, this moves up the list.
Yeah, and I just love these type of movies that like there's so many jokes. So if the ones don't land, it's like, okay, there's gonna be another one that comes in a little bit. And like we talked about this when we covered Dorm Daze 2, and I think you're gonna have the same sentiments, I always guess. But Oren Skook, who plays Rusty, dude, I'm shocked that he was not in more.
Wait, which one's Rusty? Because again, you know me with names.
Rusty's the main guy. He's
the main
guy
okay.
that was going over there to the girl of his dreams.
Yeah. See, now that's a funny
Draguda.
scene. That is pretty funny. That when he first meets her,
The dad's great too, dude.
Oh yeah. Well, part of me again. I think I might have seen this movie because like I was not expecting that outcome, but then as I'm watching, I'm like, that just looks so familiar, like that joke. And I either I've seen it before, or they took it from another movie. But no, I think all the actors in this. I mean, I think they, first of all, is that like a trend? Is always an Asian pothead?
Yeah.
Like in every like comedy like that, it's always like and there's
even
another, like,
just in Friday the 13th, the reboot in 2009.
That's what I'm saying. It's always and you say that like you miss these kind of comedies. I can't remember the last comedy I saw. Like, when I watch TV shows and movies now, usually it's action. I'm watching action. What might have some like comedy lines in there, like a John Cena, which is more action than comedy, but there's comedy in there. But like, what was the last comedy, like just pure comedy movie that you've seen? I can't name one. I don't think I can name one.
Yeah, you mentioned John Cena, but the one that he did that was a straight comedy, the Ricky Stenicki.
Oh, okay.
That wasn't bad. And then there is another one that I saw recently. I was like, all right, finally a decent comedy. But I think everything, again, Hollywood usually goes in waves, as we've seen throughout our lives. Hopefully Naked Gun nails.
I would say that would be because even Happy Gilmore, I feel like it's, it's going to have its jokes, but it's
that
going
can help too.
To me, yeah. But to me, the trailer, like, it's
which
not
you are a star in, right?
I am a star. And I'm waiting for a call from someone to set up an interview.
The Sandman. You want okay? Well, you should call the Sandman.
I think I should be on our podcast as a special guest. I mean, and maybe a guest reviewer.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean,
actor Jamie Riccardi.
But even that trailer, like, it looked like it's probably gonna be like a Coming to America 2. It's gonna have like the nostalgia. You're gonna have all these characters, but like the Naked Gun, I think it's gonna be a fresh, like, that's like I think that's the first comedy in a long time. So
it's the most hyped one.
Oh,
there's been ads for a while.
Yeah,
new trailers every day. Like,
but it's also new jokes. It's new jokes. Like, again, Happy Gilmore, it's gonna have a lot of the similar jokes. From the other movies, but Naked Gun, just the trailer. I mean, first of all, it looks like a lot of action compared to the old one. Like, there's definitely bloody action, but like the jokes are so over the top. Like, which is, you don't have comedies with over the top jokes anymore. So
so no, that'll be good. One thing you mentioned before, Mr. Radu, you had one cool fact about this movie. So Musetta, she plays vampire hunter Theodora Van Sloan. And now Radu, Andre Daniel, plays a vampire hunter named Edward Van Sloan in the Dracula film from 1931. So they kind of have all these like weird, they pick names because then the vampire hunter Professor Van Helsing was played by Edward Von Sloan. So they kind of like took a little bit from all these different people. But maybe that's how they got
was Radu the same actor as Rusty, or are they two different people?
I don't know. We had the mirror scene, which we'll talk about, which I would have been really pissed off if at the end he didn't say, "I don't have my shadow." I'm like, please, you've been in this for a long time. You should know. Oh
my gosh! But his voice in the movie, like, again, I have to give it credit because like they really went all out with the Dracula, like the way he acted like Dracula, like, like a kind of a dark Dracula in movies, but like obviously silly. I mean, I'm surprised we didn't see any bats. I was waiting for that. Like,
we didn't get one bat thing.
One bat. Right. But I feel like, but some of the special effects in this movie are pretty good. You know, like, I mean, like, it's just so, yeah. I mean, I mean, now the more I think about it, like, the movie, wasn't terrible. I mean, it has, again, it had its moments. I mean, the fact that the movie starts off right off the bat, over the top.
Dude.
I mean, yeah.
All I know is thank God weed's legal now, because it's so funny. So you're going to get somebody in like, say 10, 20 years, watch this movie as like an 18-year-old and not know that they're the before time. And they see, dude, I'd love that. Again, the perfect joke writing that I love is like the first one, you're like, wow, this is nuts. And then it gets so heightened. Yeah. The stack of weed, it's like a big ball that he's supposed to
It looked like a football. It looked like a burrito from what's the whatever, one of those stupid chains.
The Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell.
It was just like huge, like, again, but the movie starts off with that. Like, I mean, like that, like when you start a movie right off the bat, you like, all right, I could see what we're gonna be in for, like the rest of the movie. Like, most movies will start off a little slow and then hit you with that, like even like Not Another Teen Movie. It starts off, with a crazy scene, but it leads to it a little bit. Like it's
right?
like
the opening scene of that is the vibrator scene into the cave, right?
Yes. So like, and everybody walks in, in that scene. Like it's a funny same thing with like American Pie, right? The same kind of thing. But like at first it doesn't. This like starts right away. Like it really is like, yeah.
Oh no, and then you think, oh, this is nuts. Oh my God, Pete. We meet Pete and Wang. And it's like, oh, cool. This is intense. And then the next scene, it's what's name talking about all of his friends because he's talking to Draguda, Rusty, and he's like breaking everybody down. Oh, this is so and so. This is, but then we get Cliff. So did Cliff was he only available for a couple days of filming?
When you give me the names, you have to tell me which character because I don't know.
Cliff is the one that's barely in the movie. He's the one that gets chased down and then put into the world's dangerous game by the guy who runs the country club in Curb.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You know what? I mean, is it any different than the kid from or I was gonna say kid from Stranger Things or Hangover? I mean, same thing, right? You have that one actor. There was same, like, yeah, you have the one kid. I mean, and yeah, imagine like, because a lot of them were nobodies, right? They all audition and like they're all excited for the part. And you see this one guy, he goes, yeah, you got a total of 5 minutes screen time.
Yeah. But he was good in the other, remember? Because we almost interviewed him. I even think I have his cell phone number still on my phone. And I just never got in touch with I never connected with him. But I feel like he's in all three movies. But in the second movie, it's weird too, because he plays that random bar pirate and he's barely in it. So it's kind of like the same. Maybe that's the whole running joke is, hey, he's only going to be here for a few minutes. Then he becomes sort of like an important character. But like, what does he do? Like that whole scene, I'm like, is this like a drug deal? And then it ended up being like phony. What the heck was it?
Sex dolls.
Oh, dude, yeah, they
I mean, like such an over the top. Like that's almost like a Naked Gun scene, right? Like it's so over the
100%.
top. It's not what you're expecting, and it's like so over the top. If anyone watching this movie and they're seeing that scene, and then like the guy goes over there. I think a case of sex dolls, I don't think anyone would think that was under that blanket, under the blanket, right? Like they would think I mean, obviously everybody's thinking drugs right away, but like could have been a million things. I don't think sex dolls would have been one of my top 50 choices.
And how important are those sex dolls? Are they made of like diamonds? Because there was a lot of henchmen there for this pickup. Like this is important for them, or it was just a bunch of like guys hanging out for a bachelor party. They're like, hey man, we're here to pick up 20 sex dolls.
Now, are they buying it for themselves or are they going to sell it on the street? So
hey, I got sex doll. Hey,
and not
nice
not for
weather,
nothing.
right? Like the guy's hawking tickets outside of a stadium trying to sell sex dolls.
He has them under his coat, Yeah. But like, what are they filled with that it leaks like that?
I mean, helium? I don't know. Wouldn't you not want that? Hey, honey, get down here. I don't know.
I mean, kind of defeats the purpose, but yeah, it's such a silly scene. It's just
but how embarrassing would that be?
Oh my gosh.
Is that a scene in a movie? That should be, right? Like the kid is dumb, like a really dumb, like teenager, and he fills it up with helium and it's in the sky.
Well, what if like you're using it and the helium brings you up with it, so you're stuck in the ceiling with the
Oh,
doll.
my God.
And you can't get down until someone comes in and pops the doll.
Mom walks in and she has to.
I mean, if for comedies, I love a scene where you have all these serious henchmen, and then like something stupid happens. Like, it happens all the time. Like The Hangover does that. Even Cannibal Run, you have all the guys meeting at a table. You have all these serious guys. Then like it just gets silly. It just, to me, that's always funny.
Yeah, no, definitely. And then I thought we were going to see him because when Rusty's like overlaying us meeting all of his friends, which a few of them I take or leave, like the really nerdy guy who gets like handsy with the twin at the end.
Oh.
He's very weird throughout. The other guy that like kissed guys, like he always thought like athletic guys were girls.
Well, and was like, so like he was playing it off, but like, did he really like guys?
Well, the end was funny because again, to heighten that joke, be like, "Oh yeah, sure."
And I was gonna say, like, that looked nothing like a woman. So, like, I mean, like, so like, I think the running joke is, wasn't there? Oh, it's kind of like It's Always Sunny, right? Like he's always talking about guys, but like pretending like he doesn't like guys, but like, right? Because I think that's like he does like guys, but he's trying to hide it. I guess I don't know. But the name Rusty. Have you ever met a Rusty? Because you hear that name in movies a few times.
I have.
Like, have you?
My old gym teacher, his son, who was like a state champ wrestler. I think he ended up wrestling at the Big Ten. Rusty Hunt. Rusty Hunt.
Well, now I mean, I never met him, but I want to say elementary school. There was a girl in my grade. Her name was Freedom. Right. And her brother's name was Rusty. Wait, hold on. Her last name was, and I hope she's not listening. And I haven't seen her since elementary school, so the odds are she's not listening. But her last name was Mann, Mann. So Freedom Man and Rusty Man.
That's insane.
Isn't that ridiculous?
What was the dad's name? Tin Man.
I mean, there's so many. I mean, when we used to be at True Green, we would talk about, we would always look up names, like the most ridiculous names. And like, what are parents thinking? Like, they know.
Dude, that's tough. That's really a tough last name to name kids. You really just have to be like, okay, it's just going to be the normal names. We can't mess around, do anything fancy.
Do you remember? I have one name that I remember calling all the time. That
Tom Carberry.
Well, no, that was just the voice of Saw, Jigsaw. But I forget her first name, but her last name was Glasscock.
Oh yeah. There was and there was a lady at one of the offices that was Cunt, C-U-N-T.
No, it was Marie Clitus.
Oh, Clitus. Okay, yeah.
It was
close enough.
But I mean, like we would go like throughout all the names, and we'd try to find the worst name. Like I think there was a Fartz, F-A-R-T-Z. Like I mean, when you have a last name like that, granted, like if I'm if I grow up with that name, say Fartz, and I get older and I have kids, I'm like, you know what? I know what I went through. I don't want my children to go through it. I'm going to change my last name somehow, and change
yeah.
Or do you think they're like, listen, I had to suffer through it. I'm going to make sure every single person in my family is going to suffer through it more. I don't know.
Can you imagine that name you're trying to give like that family speech to rah-rah the family? God damn it, we're farts. And somebody walking by just laughing.
Ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. All right. We haven't even talked about the movie yet.
Rusty Man. I love that. So then we get Lynn's back, the lovely, amazing comedic actress, Jennifer Lyons. And then when he gets walked in on, Rusty, I accidentally paused this movie because you can't find it. So I had to find on like Daily Motion and download it from some website in order to watch it. But I like paused right there. And it is insane that the prosthetic they used in. Oh my gosh! Wait,
you paused it in that scene?
Not purposely. I just was
okay. Wait a second. The scene is literally like a second long, and you just happen.
Good timing.
And you just happened to land right on that scene.
I wanted to see. Obviously, it wasn't a real thing. I know. I wanted to check.
Wait a
what's
second.
going on?
Okay, so if you wanted to see it, it wasn't random. So now the truth comes out.
It was random, and then I was like, "Oh, this worked out."
I don't think so. Yeah, you double it back. So you wanted to see it, and that was the bottom line.
I wanted to see what it was, but it was amazing because it was really squished in there. It was like insane.
It
Dude,
looked
just
like
the fact of doing that.
Well, I think for the second that I saw it, because I didn't pause it to look at it, it looked like silly putty. It looked like it was like silly putty the way they quickly showed it.
Yes.
I mean, now, okay. Now, here's another thing. Like, that happens in movies all the time. Someone walks in, barges in. I mean, no one locks the door ever. Ever?
Yeah, especially if you're doing that. Or,
That's what I'm
probably
saying.
just do
Like,
that anyway.
well, I mean, okay, but you're going to tell me anything that you're going to do by yourself, whatever it is, you're not going to make sure the door's locked. I mean, if you're in your room smoking weed, hiding from your parents, you're going to lock the door. If you are punching the clown, you're going to lock the door, right? I mean, like in the movies, they never lock the door ever.
Yeah, never.
Okay.
Bradley in Fast Times didn't lock the door, and he's
again,
it.
Another teen movie didn't lock the door. American Pie didn't lock the door. I mean, like every movie, they don't lock the door. Okay,
kids, if you're just lock the door. So everybody, adults, lock the door.
There's a reason why there's a lock
and
there.
And what were they in there for? It's not like they were like, it's not like it was his mom or his friend's mom. It was like two older people. It was an old woman and like probably a man in like his 40s. So like, what were they even doing in there? She stopped to look and it was still stuck in the laptop.
Well, why were they barging in also? Like you said, they were older, they were like teachers, unless they were like checking. I don't know. Yeah, it didn't make sense.
Yeah,
but
what could they
okay.
even look at?
So how close was he that the laptop was even like, was he like basically like trying to like, listen, he obviously saw his girlfriend on screen, but was he trying to touch her through the screen? Like, I mean, like, cause
I don't know what it is doing.
Because I mean, if you are punching a clown to a laptop, you're not going to be standing literally on top of the laptop where if you close it, it's going to, like, I mean, and let's be honest. I mean, if he was at full attention, it shouldn't have been squished. I mean, like, so like you would think that like, the laptop, wouldn't be able to close.
Yeah.
So, so
Draguda did it for him. Seeing her through that webcam, it did it for him. But
wait, that's her, that's her name, Jaguda?
Draguta.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then we get that happen, and then we cut to one thing I love, and then more movies need to do this: the cartoon intro, like the comedies.
Oh.
When they have the cartoon intro, it just is, I just love it. And then we see after the end of it, we see Musetta, last week's guest, as a professor at the castle, and then she is like looking through the book, and that's where we right away it's like, oh, okay, Rusty's Radu, and we get the flashback scene, and then what do we get? Dude, it boobs at minute 8. That's got to be up there as a record. I think that Friday the 13th, 2009, which is the second time we're referencing it, I think that one beat it because that opening scene, I think that was before.
Wait,
that.
was that the boat?
No. Jason, the reboot, the 2009 one.
Oh, okay.
That was the one when remember that big kill sequence? And it's like they kill everybody we meet. I think one of the girls in that might be before minute 8.
What about the one with the boat? Which one was that? With like the first scene was the kill on the boat with the harpoon? Was it the harpoon?
Is she naked? We interviewed her.
I thought she was.
No,
I thought she was.
Oh, was she?
Maybe not.
That would probably beat it then.
Wait, aren't they always? If you're having sex in a Friday 13th movie, there's topless. I mean, I outside of the one we just watched, which the bed scene, that she wasn't topless, but all the other ones, I think you got her. That's a rule, isn't it?
I'll have to go back and research all those movies.
Okay, all right,
check it out. But yeah, we get that there, and then you have her like. Who's fighting with the assistant, Van Sloan? Who is that? Was that the name of I think that's the dean, right? Oh no, it's Dean Flocka. Dean Flocka is Raguda's dad.
Wait, the little guy?
The little guy, yeah, that's the dean of the school.
Was he in anything else? That guy was great. He like when you first meet him, I wasn't expecting the role that he had. Like I thought it'd be like, like it's a funny guy.
Same.
And I didn't realize how big a role he had. He was great. Like I wonder if he was in anything else, because I think
he looks familiar. So I would be shocked.
Are you
if
saying
he wasn't?
He looks familiar because they're all look the same?
No. Okay. I'll look it up right now. I'm sure he's in something I saw. But no, Van Sloan is what's her name? That's Musetta. She argues with her assistant, and then this is when all the new students are getting there, right at this time.
Well, first of all, we had you talk about the train they were on? They were on a train first, right? And they were looking at his laptop and they were like, what's this white stuff all over it?
Oh yeah.
That was such an American Pie kind of joke. Like,
Yeah.
from that. And then, first of all, they're all going to study abroad in Transylvania. Or is it Transylmania?
No, they're going to Romania, which I don't think Transylvania is in Romania. But then that whole sequence, I kind of skipped over it by mistake. But when they're doing the whole, she's explaining the backstory. That's where we see Rusty. But the whole thing, like the tricking the vampire in the music box, and then it took her soul. Because that girl, for a girl that is barely in the movie, she doesn't even have a picture for her IMDb. She was like very sultry, the one that takes over Jennifer's body later in the movie.
Yeah. And you know what? I wasn't expecting Jennifer to have that big role, big enough. Like
she was great, right?
And let me tell you, her boyfriend's a loser. I mean, like, he's supposed to be the football jock. Like, he's a skinny little dorky.
Oh yeah, that's the fantasy that she wants. But Newmar, no definitely.
Wait. Oh, he wasn't on the team. That was just the fantasy.
No, that was her. No, in that opening sequence, they said they're trying to spice up their sex life because that's why he gives them that book.
Yeah, I know.
And they become sex experts.
But I thought he was still a football player. She just wanted him to do it with his uniform on. I didn't know they were role playing. Yeah,
it was a role play, and then he came before anything. He was like,
yeah. Well, he say it's not going to happen. It won't happen again, and then he did it again. Clearly, he has issues. Okay. Well, I mean, look what she looked like compared to him. I mean, he was definitely going above and beyond. You know, he scored high in that one.
Last movie.
Whose? The little guy?
Yep.
Did he make other movies?
He was on. Are You Afraid? He wasn't really in that much.
Wait,
really?
His last movie because he died?
Yeah, he died.
Oh. All right.
Well, no. That was no. He died in 2010.
Oh, okay.
So a few years after this, yeah.
But he just stopped acting.
Yeah, he did.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
really not much, dude. Really, kind of shocking, right? Is how good he was in?
Yeah, but the problem.
Oh, you know what he was in that I remember him from? The Hebrew Hammer. Do you remember the days? Speaking of days, wow, we're really referencing the same things. We're on like the same wavelength here. Dazed and Confused is a really nerdy guy that talks about that's in the back seat of the three nerdy people. There's the girl with like the afro.
Yeah.
So the guy in the back seat, I should know his name, but he's the Hebrew Hammer. And it was like Comedy Central. These two crappy comedies that actually were funny. There was this one. And then the other one was called Windy City Heat. Have you not seen this? Guys, if you have not seen this movie, it's basically like take this guy, and I think now it might not be okay because I think
it's called Windy City Heat?
Yeah.
That's the movie.
Yes. So this guy that's the star of it, he's an actor, but he's like a friend of Bobcat Goldthwait. And they kind of play a prank on him. So during the movie, it's a made-for-TV reality film. Yeah, in the movie, he's filming an action movie, so they make him do all his stunts. All of his stunts, they're making him like jump into stuff. They're messing with him, and then he has a sex scene, and they bring in a stunt actor. But it's funny, dude. Bobcat messes with him a lot.
Well, I'm looking at the cast. I mean, it's all guys that don't. I mean, Adam Carolla, Jimmy Kimmel, Carson Daly, Dane Cook.
Yeah,
Bobcat.
I forgot what that guy's. But I forgot what that guy's thing was. The guy Perry Caravello. He's a comedian, so maybe he was like kind of in on the joke. But dude, it's really funny how they're like messing with him. So anyway, so at least I remember that guy from one thing. But no, dude, he was great in this movie, the professor.
Well, but so back to like why didn't he make a lot of movies? I mean, it is definitely challenging for like
Of course, yeah.
And that stinks because there's so many good now like Peter Dinklage is proving them wrong, but obviously back in the day people wouldn't take chances. I mean, the fact that Peter Dinklage is the Toxic Avenger is ridiculous. You would never think that, right?
But who's really the Toxic Avenger? one of our first gets ever, Luisa Guerrero, she is in the suit, which is nuts. So cool. So happy for her.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to release that one when the movie
Oh
comes
yeah,
out.
that'd be really neat. Yeah. Or check back in with her. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But so where are we at now? So yeah, we kind of felt this is where we find like then we cut from after she's telling the story about Van Sloan, because Van Sloan has the music box like with her soul in it and is running away, falls, right? It falls into like a river and a stream, right?
Wait. So again, I'm trying to remember the movie. So someone stole. Where did they steal the music box from? Because it was the chase scene, right?
Well, I don't know where it was stolen from, but they took her soul by taking her blood and putting it
correct.
into the diamond that was, or whatever the jewelry was in there. They closed it and ran, so her soul was in there. And she was getting chased, and it kind of looked like Musetta, so it was her ancestor.
Correct.
Unless she
thought
lives
it was
forever.
Yeah,
They never really said anything like that. I don't remember her starting the story would be like my great grandmother or something. But at the end, what do we get? She's like horseback ride chasing a guy along a train. She shoots him through the heart, keeps riding, and then she stops. Which she has epic one-liners in this movie. This one was, I should have got the machine gun.
Yeah, but like it almost looked like it was two different movies that we were watching, right? Because you had the kids on the train, but then you had this whole action scene going on right outside the train. I have to be honest. I thought when the horse jumped when he was chasing him and jumped over the past the train, I thought he was gonna get hit. I thought the train I thought the train because it's the type of movie it is. I thought the train would have hit him, which would have been funny.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But how about that? So after that whole sequence, we learned about this story. Then what happens? A guy ran at the same time when the story's over, finds the music box, and then puts it into, because remember they're selling it when they go to the next place, and she's like, "Oh," and Newmar buys it for her. So it's like flowers in that.
How did she get it? The one that was selling it on the train.
The guy sold it to her to sell. The guy that found it.
Yeah. Okay.
A guy found it in the story.
It was like a kid. He was like a young kid, right? Wasn't he like a young kid?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Like the timing of all of that.
Yeah. So, and that's what he buys as a gift. Like, that's kind of farty also to give to your high school girlfriend.
Yeah.
A music box.
College girlfriend, especially that girl. You give her everything.
Was that college or high school?
They're in college at this point. Yeah, the dorm days. So there's probably their senior year now, I think.
Wait, so
at this point?
Okay. Wait, were all of them in Dorm Daze? All these characters?
Most of them, 5 of them, are in all the movies.
Same names and everything, or no?
Yeah. Rusty, Newmar, Lynn. I think of those 3 are in all of them. Maybe the one main stoner guy, which I did not like. I did not like the white stoner guy. I think his name's Pete Kavanaugh, the actor. Like nothing against him, but I'm like, this guy was just. I know they were both over the top being stoned, but even in the next part, remember they go to the caboose of the train to get high after, for some reason, there's a little bit of weed in a shampoo bottle. So I don't know if he's able to toot out a little bit of the weed or he pooped it all out and then is just rashing it. But they see the hot vampire girls and they're like, I don't know. I just want to get high. It's like, whoa.
Yeah.
You just found people sleeping and didn't tell anyone about it.
Let me ask you a question. If you have weed up your butt like they had and you drink like hot sauce or something and it mixes with the weed, will you get high?
I would hope that it's wrapped in plastic, so I hope.
Oh, okay.
But I'm sure it can get through, right? I would think so.
Okay.
Unless it's vacuum sealed.
I would say so even even if you don't drink it and it opens up somehow, I know you're not smoking it, but can that get can you get high?
Can it get it going? No.
Oh no, not even get it going. If it's just the leaves, the weed, without smoking it, you don't think nothing. You can't.
No, because even if I just ate some right now, that I wouldn't do it.
So it has to be. It has to be cooked at some point.
It has to be oil based, from what I read.
Oh, okay. I know you don't know. I was just curious.
Yeah, it's like.
I never had a brownie. It's one thing I've always wanted to try. Never had a brownie.
You gotta do it. It's great when you do the homemade, especially at the shops. You can get the oil or the butter. It is unreal. I've done it at from scratch. Well, I've read about it. Or I thought about it. But it works good.
Well, you know, if we go to the theater again, maybe bring them.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, dude. It's like
All
the perfect place for that.
It is.
So at this point, they find the hot girls. They're like, oh, whatever. Newmar gives Lynn the music box. And then they get off the train, and this is where they're going to the. I just love that everyone else what was shocking to me is all the people at the school. I thought this was going to be almost like, I'm trying to think the other movie. That when the people get there, it's like, oh, it's only us. Well, I think it's like Scary Movie does kind of a bit like that.
That's what it looked like when they first got there. That's exactly what. But I mean, before they get there, their only transportation was that shady horse and carriage.
I know. That's why it made me think of that, because it was like, this is how to get to Transylmania College. Like, this is the only way. Is to take this.
I got news to you. I didn't even think there was a college. I think they were just going to Dracula's castle. I didn't think there was going to be classes or anything. Like, it just seemed like. But, and what do we get in this scene? Which again always makes me laugh. They had horse farting.
Yes.
Multiple
and then we
times.
Have the line, "Hey, Mr. Horse Driver person." That's a line we get. And then we get I would love to know how many times this bit was done. The only one I can think of is Funny Farm. But the stoners are very excited to eat Rocky Mountain oysters.
I know.
But in this, it's sheep testicles stuffed with goat balls.
See, it's again, that's another thing we see in a lot of movies. We see a lot of like animal balls as like a meal. Is that something that's real? Like common? Like, I mean, I've been to a lot of restaurants in different states. I've never seen any testicles on the menu.
I've never either. And I forgot where Funny Farm's set. But
I've seen a country, but wasn't there another movie besides Funny Farm, or no? Is that the only? I don't know. I feel like
but you can order them from Cabela's for $90, 5 pounds frozen of Rocky Mountain oysters.
Oh, listen, I mean, I've had escargot. You ever try escargot?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah.
It's good, right? Right. So I mean, I guess if it was at a restaurant and they're like, people are lining up to try them, I mean, I guess I would try it. But I've never seen a restaurant have testicles. I don't know if that's like a real thing or not.
I haven't either, but you can go on exoticmeatmarkets.com and you can buy bull Rocky Mountain oysters, 1 pound. Dude, the tagline
1
for
pound
this,
of testicles?
1 pound is $20.
Oh my gosh.
4-day delivery. Oh, dude, we should.
No, we should.
It says
we should not.
Rocky Mountain oysters are also known as cowboy caviar.
See, now you should buy it and then have like one of your friends over and say, "Oh yeah, this is like a burrito that or like an enchilada that my wife made. Try it. And give them the bull testicle."
$20, dude. Oh my god, that's so funny.
You know what?
Cowboy caviar. It's like, oh my god.
That's worth a prank though, to make someone try it.
Or you have like friends come over for like, we never like a housewarming party and have people we haven't seen in a while and like get them. It's like, oh, they must be doing well. That's cowboy caviar.
Oh my gosh. It's so gross.
That is unreal. But yeah, they're excited to have it. And then
do you think they know what it is? Yeah, but do you think they know what it is?
Oh, I think they're totally. Yeah, I think they do. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, because that was they even in this movie they didn't say Rocky Mountain. They just said what it was. They just said sheep testicles stuff with goat. No, that wasn't in Funny Farm, because remember he was like spitting them out.
Well, he didn't know.
The counter
he didn't
was
know.
Going backwards.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
But in Romania, I didn't know that. Like if you're Romanian and you watch this movie, I don't know how much this hurts your feelings, but like blue jeans are worth a lot there. Because we see something at the end, but we see something here. The one guy, just one pair of blue jeans, they get a motorcycle with a sidecar, and they are catching up. So their friends, including a girlfriend, the twins of the one guy, they left their friends. Not knowing that they were coming behind a motorcycle, because they were surprised. They were like, whoa, a motorcycle.
Yeah, I mean, but I also, I look at this whole group. How close are they really? Because they're cheating on each other. They're doing I don't think they're great friends anyway. But that, I would assume the blue jean thing is got to be semi-real, because that's such a random joke to have in there. And I wonder if if it is like they don't have jeans there, and if they see it, it's like gold. It's that's what that's a Google question.
They stuck behind to import blue jeans, and they're in a mansion laying in an in-ground pool inside. It's like, all right.
So they caught up to the bus and then went past them. How'd they know where they were going?
Well, maybe there's one road. One road is the only
goes right to the castle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, dudes. So now at this point, Musetta gets back to the school. So that's what's so confusing about that opening sequence, because we have her tell the story, and then she tells, obviously, because we get the color change with what we're seeing. So it's like, oh, okay, cool. This is a flashback. But then she gets back to the school holding a bow and arrow. So you're like, what part of that is actually happening?
Yeah. I was confused on that. I didn't even realize she was a teacher. Like it was just like at first, like I don't know the way it was going. But let me tell you, I'm surprised she wasn't in more action movies, because I think she looks like an action star like that, and like she easily could have done the movies. What's the one with was it
Underworld?
Yeah, I mean she looked apart. I mean
Totally.
she easily could have, and like her fighting skills. I mean, like you could tell. Like again, whether whatever stunt doubles you had, but like she does action well, and I think I'm surprised that she wasn't in more.
And she has some great one-liners later in a later scene in the movie. One bit that I did love was the brochure when they got to the school, the castle, and it looked like the people were playing like catch with like a football, and then the actual school was two guys, and the guy's throwing a rock.
That's why I was like, is this really a school? I almost thought it was like, again, Dracula was doing tests. Like he was bringing all these kids there so he can either eat them, or whatever. But yeah. Okay.
So now we have, they meet everybody. They meet some of the other students.
So before they get the one thing, it's such a stupid little scene. I mean, it's not even like that, but like it made me laugh is when the horse and buggy, they drop the kids off. The driver's just taking the bags and just chucking them. Like he was he was just tossing them over his shoulder. Like it's so stupid. It was in the background. Like it wasn't even like part of the scene, because I think the kids were talking. But the way he was doing it, I was laughing. I was like, that's pretty funny, because then he goes back and gets the coffins. Right, he drives the coffins.
Yes, he does. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he has to deliver all of them. That's where we see Radu.
Yes,
and the vampires at that point, because don't they bite him right around here? Or do we see him do something else?
No, they bite him after, like because one of the lines of the coffins as they're riding, they're like, "Are we there yet?" While she's laying in the coffin. So she's like kept saying that, and then she bites him after that. They surround him. So yeah,
yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. But no, it was that guy was good. Even like the little parts he has, was a good bit, because even before his his funeral is funny. That funeral scene is crazy. But it's pretty good. One thing I thought about this movie, because when it was made, this movie was made in 2007 and then sat on a shelf for like a year and a half. But it's pretty much Euro Trip. But you add in the element, obviously it's at a school, so it's not the same story, but you're just putting like these fish out of water into this great set. And just Rusty is really good. Like he's a really good main person in the story, but he's not the main. I know he's in a lot of the movie because he plays two characters, but there's so many other side stories. So there's like equal But
he was Radu too? So it wasn't two different actors.
He was Radu.
I thought it was two different actors. Okay. All right, go ahead.
How about the twins? The twins, at first, I thought they weren't really twins, but then
they're not twins?
They're not twins, no.
Oh, I
they are twins. That's what I mean.
Wait.
No, they are twins. Yes, they are twins.
Okay. Rusty's not a twin, but the twins are twins.
Rusty, not twin. Twins are twins.
Twins.
But I thought they both were not twins. Like Rusty, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. But then they did this one. I'm like, oh, no, there's no way they can get two people that close. And it would like happen right away. And then I was like, oh,
they did it for the mirror.
That was great. Again, there's so many bits in this movie that do work. And it's 90 minutes. So it's not like a lot of these comedies that do come out that don't hit for a lot of them in the last 20 years. There's so many ones that come out. It's like, oh, this is great. And then it's like, the third act is terrible. This one, no matter what, even at the end, when you're trying to close out like this comedic vampire story, it's like moving still.
Well, you know what it is? I think the jokes, a lot of the jokes are recycled jokes from older comedies, like, the mirror bit, like that's a Marx Brothers thing or whatever. That's it could be a Naked Gun thing. So I think they took these jokes, but because you haven't seen these type of things in a while, it was fresh kind of in a way.
Yeah.
And that's why I think there were some scenes that were funny. Again, they feel like I think you're right. It's like a road trip / American Pie type of movie, like a B movie of those two movies, right? It's like
totally.
it's not as good as them, but you know what though? If it's on TV, you're gonna throw it on. You're gonna find a couple of laughs.
No, definitely, dude. Yeah. So now Musetta is teaching combat and self-defense, and then she starts talking about which is pretty intense, right? You think you're gonna go to like what I don't even know what they really are for their majors. Like, what were you thinking you were getting into going to Romania? But she talks about like driving stakes into hearts, and Jennifer Lyons, she's like, "Are we learning to defeat vampires?" And it's like, whoa, like, could you like this is what I'm here for? Like, how much was this?
Well, I was thinking that also. And at the same time, where they're going there because Rusty wants to meet this girl. How do you convince all his friends to go there for the same reason?
No, that was something that was the Euro trip part of it that I first thought of. But the rest of it, it's like, yeah, was he doing this and said, guys, there's summer abroad, why don't we go? Come on.
And I'd be curious. Did we? I mean, maybe I missed it. Did we see a brochure of what it was supposed to look like compared to?
Yeah,
what
that
it
was
looks
that bit we talked about. They just showed the castle looked like beautiful, vibrant,
but where were the
flowers, trees.
Where were we seeing?
And then
that?
when they moved it, they just held up a brochure.
Okay, it was
in front of the camera, and then they moved it, and then there was a guy tossing rocks. But
okay,
yeah. And another thing, I when the vampires are being moved, one was complaining about needing to use the bathroom, and then one farted in the coffin.
Oh, really? So we had two fart jokes in a matter because I mean it was the same. That's funny. Listen, fart jokes are always going to make me laugh.
Yeah, 100%. And then we get a scene that kind of reminded me of Werewolf in Paris, because you get like Lynn and Newmar. They're trying to like buy costumes for like the
ball,
a party that I don't remember what they were. Oh, for the freshmen. Yeah, for the ball. Yeah,
the ball.
So then we get the one girl that works there does the whole like, oh, well, all the cool people go to the vampire party, and like gives him it was the nerdy guy that kissed the guy. That was the guy with her. And like I'm like, oh, this reminds me of Werewolves in Paris. Like, oh, we're going to throw this party.
The underground party. Yeah.
Yes. But that
was she part of it?
Off.
No, it didn't, because she wasn't part of it, right? Because I thought she was like leading them.
I think it was to make us think that that's what that party was for, but it was really just a party of people dressed as vampires.
And I was confused also because I think he was like, they both had an invitation. Wasn't like the Rusty had something, but then the guy that kissed the guy, like he was trying to set up Rusty to go there because he wanted to embarrass him.
I forget what he was trying to do. Yeah.
No, he was trying to embarrass him because he says, when you go there and pull your pants down. And the girls and the vampires will go to you. Right? That's what he said. So he was trying to get that, but instead they had the other vampire there instead. They had Radu there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, because
he was
switching.
Well, they were mad. He was mad at him because he outed him. Because, well, we're not there yet. Because Rusty is soon to be meeting his girlfriend.
Yes. Yeah, definitely. But before that, he has like a little talk with Newmar, because this is when he gives Newmar like the sex book, kind of like a la American Pie, with the book and the and like the tongue twister trick.
Okay, wait a second. Who gave who the book? I know he gave it to Jennifer Lyons' boyfriend.
Rusty gives it to Newmar. Yeah.
So would you trust a book from Rusty, who looks like he's probably never been laid? Ever. He tries so hard all the time and things don't work out for him. And you're going to trust listening to him on what to do with a girl?
100%. Do you remember his line says? Well, his line that he says when Newmar walks in, he said, what are you getting ready for? And he goes, in an hour from now, I'll be having sex with a real life person. So you're right. He's a virgin. So he's just reading this book, just like, I can't use any of this yet.
And you know, the pages are stuck together. with him. So you're gonna tell again. You're gonna go to him for advice. You're struggling. You have a beautiful girlfriend. You're struggling in the performance area, and you're gonna go to the guy who's never been with a girl for advice. What could go wrong?
Yeah, none of their friends are. There's not like one ladies' man out of the group.
None.
There's none of those like those type of characters.
None.
They never had that in any of the movies.
Yeah.
One that was like good with that. But
they're all losers. They're kind of all losers.
Yeah. And one thing is, you think how time goes. How about Martha Stewart? There's a Martha Stewart prison joke, and I'm like, she was in prison that long ago, mid 2000s. Like, it's probably written in 2007. That's when that happened. That's nuts. That's a long time ago now.
Yeah.
Nuts. But taking
if it wasn't for prison, she wouldn't have made friends with Snoop Dogg because they're like best friends now.
And now they have many shows.
Yeah.
And they're crushing it.
Yeah.
So, dude, the twins. So now we'll talk more about the twins. So now they're arguing over the stoner guys. So we find out the one is dating what's that guy's name? Pete or something like that. Oh, Pete. Yeah. She's dating Pete. And it's just like this whole back and forth between these. And I'm just like, this is such a weird scenario because the one twin's like, I want to go to art museums and do this. And then they're like, we're going to go to a bar and get drunk. And the other sister's like, come on, let's go. You never have fun.
Well, they clearly try to do two extremes, right? You got the party girl and you got the nerdy girl. So they had two complete, yeah. And
are twins like that? I only know a few twins and they're kind of both in the same, like, very
I think
chill as in one group. The other ones are like kind of tight. So
I think for the most part, the twins are into the same kind of stuff. I don't think you're going to have two extremes like that because usually twins are like super close, like their whole life. Right.
Yeah.
Like, so I would think, again, I'm not a twin. I don't know too many twins. But from what I've seen, they are both usually have a very similar personality. Now, let me ask you this. Because there's recently a Siamese twin just got married.
Wow.
Did you know that?
I feel like that we're like you're doing like a monologue.
No, it's not. It's true. Like
Johnny Carr said. Did you hear about this one?
That was pretty good. That was a good impression. But no, she literally got married. And like how does that work? So like does the other one have to be blindfolded? Like like when they're intimate.
I don't know.
It's so weird. And I mean, listen, thank goodness there's someone out there for everyone, so
yeah,
but like, that's gotta be awkward. I mean, that's gotta be weird, but at the same time, can it be fun? You got two women right there. It's like always like, it's just weird. Like but literally, if you look it up, I think like 2 or 3 years ago, she just got married, like a whole thing. Yeah. And
I think I know what you're talking about now. Yeah.
And so then how does that work? Like, how does the other one find a date? Like, how does that make the other one feel? Because that one's always going to be with the husband. The other one can never meet anybody. Like, how do you tell the husband, oh yeah, we're going to go meet a guy now and have how does that work? Like, like you have to put like a bag or like goggles on the other person. Like if they ever go on a date, like earmuffs and everything else. How does that work? I don't know.
I got a date tomorrow at 8. I don't really want to go. Well, you got no choice. You already have a man.
You give the other one a sleeping pill. So her head's like she's sleeping all the time while you go out. It's
dragging them around. Around.
It's got to be weird.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my god, dude. But yeah, no. So how about when they're like, so the partier twin leaves, goes with the stoner guys, and dude, the other one gets taken by what looks like the ghost of Christmas Future from Scrooge. Big thing just like grabs her. The first thing I thought of as this scene came on, I'm thinking like this movie is turning into Scooby-Doo.
Like it had like a Scooby-Doo vibe, like it was silly. And when I saw that thing, I'm like, that's a Scooby-Doo villain, easily. Oh my god, dude! But just the fact that she just like disappears into this giant thing, we don't see her for seems like a while. I feel like from this scene to until they go there.
That's what I mean. But I feel like it's like you almost forgot about it. Like, oh, what's the point of that? Because what happened was not what I thought because we don't meet her until Pretty soon we're
Wait,
gonna
you didn't expect what happened to her to happen to her? You didn't
I
expect.
didn't expect her to get taken for her
No,
body.
no.
I didn't.
I
think
thought.
that.
I mean, I thought you didn't expect her to. What she became. I thought. I thought you. That was quite obvious. How many movies have we seen where there's just a head on top of a table? That's a lot. I mean, like. I mean, we had the one with the alien guy that turned into a bug
Oh, yeah.
on the platter,
And
right? What was? We just watched it. The guy that had like the
Frogman?
Was it the Frogman? What Frogman?
I don't know.
Frogtown. No, was it
Frogtown.
What
I know. Movies are blending together because there was something that I wrote down in this,
Okay.
and I was like, dude, we saw a movie that recently that. So
We did.
It wasn't Frogtown.
No, the guy that had the TV as a head, and then later on he's on a platter, and he's waiting for like the body, and he takes and at the end of the movie the guy gets big leprechaun.
Oh, Leprechaun in Space. Okay.
The guy with the head on the platter.
Yes, now I got you. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was a long way to get there.
Well, we did it. We did it together. So how about Musetta? She's out at this point. This is what's confusing about like the music box. Like she somehow already knows it's in circulation. So it's so weird. It makes that whole Radu scene seem like it's happening right now, but that would make sense because he says a line, "Oh, you've been sleeping for 200 years, right?" He's like, "I haven't seen you for 300
Why
years."
would she know that it's still it's in circulation?
That's what I mean. Because she's listening for music boxes. She hears one, goes in, she smashes a girl's family heirloom. She's crying, and she's like, "Ugh." Okay. And then she kind of like slinks out.
I do like how Radu though it gets affected by it. Like as soon as it's open, it's like he knows it's open, and then when it's quickly shut, he has to turn around and go back. Just so stupid.
So now, because we kind of mentioned it earlier about how that whole happens and it takes over Lynn's body when that happens, does the vampire, I forget her name, that was the one originally in the movie that's like in love with Radu, like she knows what's happening, right? She knows that if the box is open, she's there, because why would she keep holding it?
Yeah. Well, maybe
or hold it in a better way, or put something in it to keep it open.
Or
it's always
how about break it while it's open?
Well, we can get into that ending.
Well, I know. I'm just saying
because I would consider that's open box, right? That's an open box.
Of course. But I thought Jennifer Lyons did a good job mouthing the voice.
Oh my god, amazing!
Because it did look like it was coming from her, But
yes.
So it was. I think she did a good job with that. Yeah, and again, she plays the flighty girl so well, like the airhead. She's great at that. And then when you see the switch, it's like a complete different actress almost. Like she does a good job.
No, it's great. Like there's a few that are like really good, and then some are some quick scenes. But there's one when she's like really belting it out. I don't know if it's on the bridge, maybe, but there's one. It's like, dude, this is amazing. The way her body movements change, and no, she was awesome. And then at this point, the French guy that was like flirting with Lynn, she gets approached by the three vampire chicks. They're dead. I'm like, dude, would you really think this is real life? Like right now, if like I was out somewhere and it's like three women, any women walked up to me and I didn't know and surrounded me, I don't know.
And they barely were wearing clothes. Yeah. So imagine like in real life, again, they're surrounding you barely wearing clothes. Like, so yeah.
I'll be like, back off, Lee. I'm taken.
I think you would pinch yourself like literally a few times. Wait, is this real? Am I sleeping?
Am I sleeping? So now next, I do love this bit that doesn't really like for our generation, probably my age and older. It makes sense. People won't get it. Younger was when he's reading the MapQuest directions and it's pointing out the trees. Like that was top notch. And she lives that far from the school.
It does seem like it's all one road though.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's
only two roads in this town. One to the train and one to the
castle.
This guy's castle.
Yeah. And then there's another where else isn't there one at a bar? Isn't there a bar there? The bar scene. Isn't there or some kind of drinking? Wasn't there
there is somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a third.
Yeah, that makes
sense.
It's
probably like a little fork in the road. That's all. but it's
A little fork in the road.
yeah. I mean, because you don't ever see any other horse and carriages ever. Like it's only one group of people going at a time. Like you never see anyone else on the roads.
No, not at all. And I do love when he finally sees like the dean, and when you see the girl for the first dude, because you see her face at first, which was the perfect way to do it. You see her face turn, and you're like, wow, and then you see the way she's running into it.
Well, when they made it so grotesque, like it wasn't even like, like, I mean, listen, they easily could have done like a little hump, like, Young Frankenstein, a hump, but they made it like she's like an alien or something. I don't know. Like they really made it like so grotesque. Now, the question is, she was pretty good looking though in her face.
She was,
I mean, and so do you have a struggle with that? Like that's like, I
don't think so, but Rusty too. Again, he's a virgin. She's
100%
smoking.
But I think what got him is when she hugged him and he touched the hump.
I know.
Because I mean, like, because if you look, it's like seeing a pregnant woman from the back. You're like, oh, and you turn around, you see this big belly because of the baby. It's all low. It's like that. Like, so like from the front, like you don't see the hump because it's not even like a hump by her shoulders. It's like a back hump. It's like it looks like a pod on her back. Like an alien pod. Like they really made it gross. So if you don't see, like if you're just looking for a front, like it should be no problem. But I think the minute he touches, like, and it's like, it looks like it's pus coming out of it. Like they really made it.
It does leak later when she drinks champagne.
I know.
The champagne flies out of the back. And dude, how about, it is funny each time he touches in the movie, because the one time he wakes up next to her after they did do it. So, and he touches it and he gets so freaked out. So yeah, no, that's like definitely, but this scene to me might be my favorite scene in the movie, when you have the dad. Here's the scene when she shows up on that hump. So he collapses on the ground for people that are only listening.
Oh, look at that thing. And that's not even that bad. I mean, when you see like more of it later,
I'm so happy.
Look how pretty she is. Like,
but what a great dad. Like, he is like the Al Bundy of this movie. The way he's like, oh, you're gonna hurt my daughter? Here's what we're going to do. And he takes him into the room and shows him all the torture chamber devices.
But I like how, like, again, this is like, not for nothing. Like, listen, if you're dating someone that has like a big, tough looking dad, you're going to be afraid. Are you really going to be afraid of this guy? I mean,
I love it. Do you want to go in? And then I just did not use the whole clip. How about who this guy is, right?
That's so funny.
The old boyfriend?
That is so funny. That's why he's smiling. He's so happy that he's released.
How old's Draguta?
Well, vampires don't age. Oh, the girl. That's the girl.
She's not a vampire.
No, I know. I think I do.
How old's the boyfriend? How old's the guy we just saw that was hung on almost like a cross?
Well, beggars can't be choosers. But maybe he's just, maybe he started off old. Like maybe he wasn't there forever. So, because I mean, she should have aged, if that was the case. So, but oh my gosh, that hump. I mean, again, from the front view, look how great she looks. Like that'd be tough. That'd be tough.
But I love that scene. Like that was the perfect,
so
like the dad,
but that's
sharpening that. And then after this, what is he doing? Is this when he's sharpening the axe? While he's watching them, like on their date.
It's such a Mel Brooks.
To
me, it's a Mel Brooks like whole like situation. I think it's very funny.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Jennifer Lyons at this point, this is when she pricks her finger. She gets the music box from Newmar, and this is when she starts changing. And this is when you said like Radu. This is when he wakes up, and then this is when he's starting to follow her. Like, for the rest of the movie, they're like connected every time that opens up.
No, I mean, like I said, there was a part where like it was playing for a long time, and you see him going like creeping in the hallways, getting closer and closer. That she shuts it. He's like, oh, and he turns around and goes back.
Yeah,
like he knew it was close by. Like, why didn't he keep searching? Like, why did he have to turn around and go back? Like, okay, unless the music's on, I'm never gonna find her. So he doesn't look. He doesn't look unless he hears the music. And
he didn't. What was it? It wasn't even playing. Was it playing music?
No. Well, it's open. I mean, whatever. Like,
so the
open.
feeling, then he loses it.
But he knows it's nearby if he's feeling that. Like, I mean, so
That's true.
So let me ask you, like, if that music box was, across in the United States, would he still feel the like walk where he's going?
I wouldn't think you'd be walking into a building, and if you're going up floors, you're in the right place. There's nowhere else.
Now, obviously, if we were in that tunnel, we wouldn't have like cell service. Like, it would be like, so like, do you think like it's not as strong in that dungeon area? But, like,
maybe.
If he got above ground, it'd be a little better.
bad section. The signal turned off once that's closed, because you think it's only a box.
It's only, but again, I would think it only works if it's nearby. Like, if it opens somewhere else, I don't know if he would find it. So like, why wouldn't he keep searching? Like, or like, where did that tunnel lead to? Like, I mean, it looked like the school is on top of his lair, right? It's in the same place. Oh
yeah, there was like some connection. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So why
it wasn't far?
No, he never goes upstairs. Why doesn't he go up? Like, does he not know the school's right above him?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
He doesn't know what to do. But one line I did like from Rusty when he's all pissed at himself, when he says, "Oh man, I can't believe I didn't ask for a full body photo." And this at the same time, right? Doesn't he walk past Radu and the vampires, right?
Yes.
And he like gives a look, and he's like,
"Yeah."
And it doesn't click there.
Right. Well, I mean, again, you think about that. First of all, I was gonna say, like, with dating today, and I haven't dated in a while. Tomorrow, I'll be married 27 years.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Good for you.
Yeah. But like, if you're on a dating site, and I guess how they work, you eventually have like a, FaceTime, whatever. Like, do you ask them, "Can I see you stand up and twirl?" Like, so I can see everything. Like, how do you even ask that? Because that's obviously insulting. And like, but like now after seeing this movie, if I'm single, I may have to. You don't know what kind of humps.
Somebody could show up to the date with a tail. You'd be like, I should have checked.
Well, what was Shallow Hal? Didn't who was it? Jason Alexander had a tail.
Oh yeah, he did.
He had a wiggling tail. So stupid.
Oh my god, dude. So then now we have the twin. So at the bar where they're drinking, you have the twin who left her sister not knowing what happened to her in this country. And she's already hooking up with her boyfriend, which is insane. And he's calling her baby. And what happens next? He convinces her to go with some randos from the bar, and they're going to go hunting. And what are they hunting? Cliff. Cliff comes out of a box.
So a couple of things here. So one, was Cliff on the train with them, or he got taken from the school?
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't remember seeing him on the train.
There, so
how did he get there?
Both in the same college, wherever they were. Right. And then somehow he gets happened a world, most dangerous game in Romania.
Yeah. I mean, ridiculous. And, like, what's the time frame? Because the sister's been gone for a while now. I mean, you would think, but this is all on the same day.
Yeah.
So the surgery on the sister all happened within a couple hours?
The surgery? No, that happens. Oh, no. It's 48 hours. This movie takes place over like 48 or 72 hours, because we get the time. So we get the timeline, because once we see her head.
Oh.
And okay, yeah.
But what's the time frame from them arriving there, from the sister being taken to the bar scene?
Oh, the sister being taken to the bar scene? What do you mean? That's like an hour or two.
Okay, so they're
still out drinking from that time. Like, that's still a continuation. And then the morning, so they're into the next morning about to hunt Cliff. And then the next day's classes, because right from there is when Rusty's girlfriend sneaks up on him.
Oh, that's right. You're right.
And, oh, dude. The first joke from the friend. Again, the friend that kisses guys, nothing wrong with it, but he like kind of mocks himself about it. Like, hey, I can't believe you told everybody, because that's when he reveals it right here. He says, "I had a hunch she'd be your girlfriend."
Well, he also said, "Did you hump her?"
Yeah, he reveals a story about his friend hooked up with a dude in Cancun.
Yeah.
And then this is when he passed the vampire party flyer. He's trying to like rub it in his face. Yeah.
Yeah, but see, so that's where I was confused, because he had the flyer and he's like, "I'm going to this party." But then the guy that kissed the dude had a different party, because Rusty was excited to go. Like, it wasn't the same party?
Rusty was pretending. Rusty had his MapQuest directions, and he was trying to pretend like this is the better party that you want to go to.
Oh, I thought he had, because I'm like thinking like, all right, maybe I was writing down the hump joke because I thought he had the same exact brochure, but he got excited when the other guy brought the other brochure. So I was like, okay, I was confused on that.
Yeah. And then this is when the twin is trying to like, hey, where'd you get that necklace? Because it's their sister's necklace. So like that dad does not waste time taking the jewelry from the people. Like, bad enough you're taking her body and why is her head still alive? Why does that have to stay alive?
And who did the surgery?
He doesn't know it. I don't know how that happened.
I was gonna say that was my question. How long has she been missing that surgery, which I would think would be a very detailed, like hours long surgery to decapitate a head, keep it alive, and keep it and sew the body together. All that whatever.
Why did they have to sew the body together?
That
You're
made
just
no sense.
taking the head off.
100%. And I could be wrong on this, but I thought when we first saw the body, it was laying face down.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I'm almost positive.
That's a detail. I don't remember that part of it.
I'm almost positive because then when we saw it again, it was face up. and that's when I noticed that even the boobs were sewed. Like everything was sewed on. So
okay.
And I could be wrong, but I'm almost positive it was face down the first time. So that was a detail they screwed up.
Here's something. Wouldn't you think this would be the worst thing to happen? Like if somebody cheats on you, like knowingly cheats on you with your twin. Like if somebody were to just cheat on you, it could be like, all right, maybe she liked that guy better, his eyes, his hair or something. This is like, no. I like the way you look. I just don't like your personality. I don't like you, not the book cover. I like what's inside the book with her a lot better. Like that is like,
but
really,
she doesn't seem to care though. She still stays with him. No. Well,
she definitely cares when they. Yeah, dude, they're making out again. Her sister's head's on a thing, and they're making out at the ball later in the movie.
Yeah. So and so with the reason why the scientist is giving the daughter the body. What is worse? Like having a body that has massive scars on every portion of your body, sewn scars. Not even like a cut or one. Like these are like sewn scars from, including your breasts, like neck, arms, hands. I mean legs. Like that much better. Like I don't know. Like I mean, like at least the hump you can kind of like. First of all. Why is she not wearing a shirt to cover it? Like, why does she have to have the hump peeking out?
Why is she wearing a shirt that has a hole in it to show the hump? Yeah,
I mean, honestly, she could she's at school. She put a backpack on. You wouldn't even see it. You would think it's the backpack. Or she could carve out the backpack so it's just like the top of it and put it and cover the hump. And now it looks like you're walking around with a backpack the whole time.
There you go. I think you solved it for her.
See, I saw. So anyone has a hump like that, just walk around with a backpack that's just hollow, and you could, it will look like that.
Hollow the backpack and put your hump in it.
Yeah. But I mean, why does she have it peeking out all the time? Like,
I don't know. How about the recovery time from the surgery? Because you have to think how serious that surgery is. He basically took her spine out because with a hump, you see the spine all mangled. Somehow she was able to put her spine together and be fine for prom. Or whatever that dance was. They were there for, this is the first week and a lot has gone on.
And okay. I mean, listen, if I could believe that he could take that body and sew it back together, fine. But there wasn't a trace of blood anywhere in that lab. Like, no, I mean, we're talking about literally just shredding a body. I mean, the fact that he had to sew everything back on, which again doesn't make sense, but like even her neck, like you would think, like you got the head on a platter, there shouldn't be blood around where the head was.
Perfect.
I just wish they did explain how she was still alive and just the head. Like, I mean, she wasn't even attached to anything. Like there were no wires or anything.
She was sort of connected to something, but it was weird. It made us think she was sort of connected to something because she was sitting on a perfect thing, and there was lights above it, like there was like buttons.
Yeah, but at the end of the movie, she's not
later in the
connected to
movie,
it.
that's what I mean.
Yeah,
that's what
yeah,
made no
so-
sense. Is that at the end of the movie, she's flying in the air. The guy's pretending to use her, which we'll get into. But I did like seeing the professor pop out of the suit. That was very like Scooby-Doo villain.
Oh,
dude.
yeah, 100%.
That was
That's what I'm
really
saying.
neat.
That's why it was reminding me of Scooby-Doo. Like the rest of the movie was very Scooby. Even like the chase scenes and like the fighting, everything was very Scooby-Doo-ish. You know,
And at this point, this is when the friends are watching, right? They find her,
Yes,
but then they
yes.
hide for a second because this is when the guy's creepily rubbing lotion on the body. Like it's gonna get dried out in the
Yeah.
time. Weird, right? And
Well-
that's gonna be for his daughter.
Well, I mean, listen, his heart's in the right place. He's trying to help his daughter. But, I mean, this is going a long way. But after, like, by the end of the movie, why didn't they put the head back on the daughter? Why didn't they switch the heads? Did anything happen to the
At
body?
the end, once they find out that she was wrong,
Yeah.
they should have done that, right?
Yeah. I mean,
They
like,
did that surgery in a few hours. It seemed it could have been easy to
well,
reverse.
and the one guy smoking weed, like he clearly knew how to do things. Like he's the one that was like, you know, obviously the smart one. I don't know why they made him the smart one.
But he did have the failed reality show at the end of the movie.
I know. But
You
again,
stuck around for that. Nice.
so
I didn't think you were going to.
I'm watched the whole movie.
All
Wait, you're
right,
talking
I
about?
don't know.
Wait. There was an end credit scene. You're talking about?
No, it seemed like it because the movie did end,
Oh.
and then it was like, let me catch up on. Cliff was like, let me catch
Yeah,
up.
no,
on
I saw it.
what
Of
everybody
course I
else
saw
is
it.
doing.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm in. I'm committed. I mean, if I'm in,
I know.
I'm in. I mean, so yeah. But yeah, I mean, first of all, I'm glad they didn't go the Jersey Shore route like they did in other movies.
Oh yeah, no.
So you know,
So yeah, so now the guy, we kind of mentioned a lot of this, and I think that's what's great about this movie because there's so many things that we discussed, so a lot of things we did kind of touch on already. But at this point, this is when you have this is when they're, oh, I can work on this, I can sew the body back together, and then there's all those shenanigans with that, and then we do get like the boobs falling out. We get like the boob fall off, and it's like, oh, okay, great.
but again, like, and you said it before, fine, you got to cut the arm somehow. What? Why do you have to cut the breast off and put him back on?
Yeah, I know. Weird.
And literally, you're putting it back on. Like it's not like you cut him off to like put a different size. You're putting the same exact breast back on after you cut him off. Like so, like all that stuff that made no sense.
Yeah, it's like the dad is just replacing her head. Is that what it is, or is he giving her a new spine and a? It
No,
seems
it's a
like it's just a head
replacing
switch,
the head.
right?
It was just a head switch.
Weird, very weird.
So I'm surprised they didn't put the other head on the daughter's body.
yeah, why didn't they do that? Easy way to fix it. Like
Easy way to
you're
fix it.
screwed anyway. At least you're
Yeah.
still alive and screwed.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh. so now at this point, now Cliff is for some reason pretending to be like a vampire hunter to impress chicks.
Oh.
Like out of nowhere, right? And then Musetta shows up and she thinks like he's legit. So brings him with her to be able to go over like the weapons.
And he
has.
thinks he's hooking up with her. That's why he's like going along
Oh.
with it.
His
Well,
scene later in the movie is
He
really
does have a
dude.
funny scene. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's the same scene we're talking about, but there was a funny scene that I laughed at. Something
Yeah.
he does.
So now we get Rusty. He's now dressed in the same exact outfit as Radu. Then we see Lynn.
So are vampire outfits just the same?
I think
Like,
so.
that's-
It's like
I'm-
one standard costume. Even for like Jennifer's character, she just so happened to wear the same thing the lady did in the flashback sequence of the story.
Of course. But I mean, but Radu's like a real vampire. You know, like you're
Yeah.
gonna tell me like they have a knockoff of the real vampire. And like, does anyone in town know there's a real vampire? I know they all think it's like lore or legend, like, but has anyone seen the vampires? Like, I feel like Radu doesn't leave the dungeon too often.
No. And like, why wouldn't a vampire? They can wear whatever they want, right? They can really kill anybody for the most part. I want a schlubby one, a vampire that's in like potato chip stains, sweatpants, maybe fuzzy slippers like bear slippers, something like that. He's very fancily dressed, but they're wearing the same thing. So obviously we know right away we're getting the old switcheroo at one point, but at least we finally get. Because like Frogtown should have had, that was a kind of a different one of having like hey, let's get like the is he, isn't he? But at least in this, we do get and it's really funny. Like, again, another Cliff scene that's good, but we'll get to it in a little bit.
Cliff scene.
Cliff is the one that has a line. He's the one that has the weapon to choose between both of them, which is pretty good.
Okay.
But so now Rusty wants to take like drugs. So he goes to Pete and he's like, oh, I need why do you take the Viagra thing?
Well,
weird. Like,
okay.
Why would you take that before you're going to like a club with people? You're going to be pitching a tent the whole time.
And he like, I feel like he's never done these drugs because he asked his friend, like, what, can you give me something? Like he didn't be not specific. And he took more than one, right? It was like different, whatever. He took everything, right? Wasn't it? Well,
the guy said, take, for Viagra, you got to take 2 of them. So he didn't think of, hey, let me look for Viagra because he thought it was one pill bottle for one pill, which is normal.
Right.
So he took 2 randos and he was like, oh, did they ever say what he took? It was kind of like a tripping Quaalude kind of drug.
I thought what did his friend say? He said something to the effect like, you didn't just take that or something. I forget what he said.
Yeah, it wasn't like ketamine, but he was tripping in this part. Yeah. He's like getting really woozy and
was he having hallucinations? Was he seeing?
No, he was kind of just everything was like very slow.
I'm surprised they didn't
seeing anything.
I was gonna say I'm surprised they didn't play that angle of like like seeing it through his eyes of how like what he's seeing and all that kind of stuff. How he's at. Yeah, it was just like I'm surprised.
Yeah, because then at Lynn at this point she opens up the music back and then her face changes and she's like really getting into it.
Why did she keep opening it up?
I don't know.
And why is she walking around with it?
Each time she's like this.
But why is she walking around with it like it's the best thing in the world? Like she's walking around like it's like a cat. Like she's holding this thing the whole time. She's going to a ball. She's going to. Why are you still like you just got this? He bought it on a train. Like it was like a knickknack. Like it really wasn't anything special, and she keeps carrying it around.
A better way to have her carry around something is like maybe her spirit, a necklace, or even like a mirror, something that can open up. Like, I don't know how many times she's going to check to powder her nose. But with this, every time it closes and she comes back, she's like, what happened?
Yeah.
So why would she keep touching it? Like, get rid of it.
And she says, I feel weird. And she goes, I feel weird.
She did,
So you're right. But she still carries it. Like, what's different right now that's making you feel weird? Normal things. Oh, I'm carrying something I just got. Like, you would think like, that's the first,
What's the last thing you remember? Opening the music box. What? Oh, okay. I think it's the music box.
How about the fact that it's a music box that doesn't play music?
Yeah, I know.
Okay. So she's carrying around this special music box that she just got on a train that he clearly just bought on a train that really doesn't look like anything special. And you open it and it doesn't play music. So she keeps opening it.
Yeah.
It's so stupid. They really should have had something else. I mean, really, now the more you break it down. That was a dumb thing.
Especially we had the whole scene with Musetta when she's listening for it and like going in and breaking like that girl's. So the rest of the movie, that doesn't come to fruition. There's not one time she's like, oh, I'm listening for it. It's really just she hears the voice because then right away is when now she shows up. Cliff shows up. She has the crossbow for him. And dude, this scene was awesome. When he's shooting himself, shoots himself in the leg.
Well, no, I think the thing what he does right afterwards, when he takes it out and puts it back in the wrong leg.
Oh, I know. He's trying to act cool.
Yeah, he puts it in the wrong leg.
Yeah. Oh, well, Rusty puts it in the wrong leg. He goes, dude. Yeah, Rusty helps him.
Put it back. And
he goes, put it back. Put it back. He puts
it in the wrong spot. That was a funny scene.
So he's bleeding in both of them. And then when Musetta comes back, he's like pulling his finger over the one leg and it keeps like squirting out.
Yeah. Do you remember this one line that it's such a corny that Musetta says? So after he gets shot and he's bleeding all over the place and she leaves him and he goes, please call me a nurse. Musetta goes, okay, you're a nurse. And she goes,
yeah,
that's a naked gun. That's a naked gun line. I mean, it was 100%. And it was like in the distance. Like it wasn't even like she wasn't even on screen. Like she's already gone.
On camera. That was definitely she wasn't on camera. Like added later. Yeah,
but it was so like that's a funny so out of the blue corny. It was just so funny.
How about what she had? She had like in her gun that she had, it shot like holy water bullets, and it was like drugging Rusty, because it was Rusty that she was shooting,
Yeah.
even though she
Yeah.
thought it was Radu.
Well, she thought it was Radu. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's like kind of he's kind of like out of it even more. And then that one makes it worse when he pulls the things out of his leg.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
my
it's funny.
God, dude. But yeah, Radu's now at the vampire party. He gets convinced to go there. And then
No, he's
Rusty,
hurt.
Right?
Wasn't Radu. Oh no, he was.
No, Rusty's hurt.
No, but Radu had she shot him with a tranquilizer or something. He got something because he wasn't himself. Radu, they were holding him.
He got
up. He got something, like he got drugged or something. That's why like they were holding him up because they thought he was drunk.
No, you're getting them. No.
Radu,
He was at the vampire party.
He was.
This is when Lynn shows up, and
but he wasn't
she's
just
hooking up with.
Yeah, but he wasn't just
what's
walking
his
around.
name?
He wasn't just walking
Really?
around. I thought he was being like, because he was. I thought he was either knocked out or
They
drugged
both
up.
got shot with the. They both got shot with.
I thought he
the
got
water
shot with
guns?
something. I could be wrong.
Really?
But
Okay. I don't remember
could be
him
wrong.
getting shot. I remember Rusty got shot like with 4 of them. So that's
He
what
did.
made it funny, because he was like so out of it anyway. But then Lynn shows up and he's like out of it, being on drugs and everything. He's like, what? And then
Yeah,
they
but-
start making out.
Didn't you notice that Radu wasn't fighting anyone? He wasn't doing anything because something was with him.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's why they thought he was Rusty and he all drunk. I'm almost positive that he was.
No, I think that makes more sense, because why wouldn't he have
yeah, he wasn't fighting. He wasn't doing anything.
ate a victim at that point? But I think
Correct.
at this point, he is not about like trying to kill anyone. He's just looking for
Yes.
his lady. But this is where so Lynn closed the box while they're like making out.
Yeah.
Like that is something to wake up and be like, oh my God, this is
Yeah.
and then
That's gotta
Musetta
be
almost kills Rusty. But then the guy stops her. The professor stops her from killing
You're right.
him.
Okay. Yeah, I totally forgot.
He saves him in like 1 second. Like, oh no, this isn't him. He's dating my daughter.
So
like,
now where's the daughter at this point?
I am at home. I don't
Like,
know.
do we see her the rest of the movie?
Yeah, because we see her when she has the body,
Right.
and we
saw
see
that already.
her in the end credit scene. We didn't see that yet.
Okay.
She doesn't have the body yet. That didn't happen yet. There's still like the head on the. I think it's like Leah's head is still sitting on the thing.
They weren't carrying her around
But-
yet? Oh, then I was.
No, that
Okay.
happened soon.
Okay.
Like pretty soon.
then I was off. Okay.
Yeah, which I know we've gone off on many amazing tangents. So I'll skip ahead on a few of them. But yes, you have the Dean Flocka shows up, saves him, and it's like, oh, okay, great. So how about we get the first vampire victim's funeral. And because now that makes sense. You're right. So Radu, because he was kind of out of it.
Well,
remember
maybe
he
he
was
got
looking for his
maybe
bed?
he might have got knocked out or something. Like it was something that
No,
knocked
he
him
got
out.
one of the holy water
did?
things, I think.
Okay.
So he's making a woozy because what does he do? He thinks he's going to bed in his coffin, and he goes into this guy's coffin.
That's right. And they drag him
and
in.
So he ruins the funeral.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And what it was a bizarre funeral.
Like, he gets beat up. He's getting his ass kicked, and then he gets up and he's trying to steal a kid's bike.
But well, first of all, wasn't it like a Jewish funeral or something like that's what it looked like. It looked like
I don't remember.
or Russian. Like it just looked like a weird funeral that was there.
Well, Romanian, that's Eastern European, so yeah,
I guess.
pretty much.
Yeah, it could be. But again, he's a vampire. Why is he trying to get on a bike instead of flying?
Why don't he can fly? And it's the middle of the day, and that's one thing I've never seen in a vampire movie. Because usually vampires, no matter what, if they're outside in the day, they're screwed. I've never seen them just
No,
go.
they can't be in the day because sunlight burns them.
I know,
They
but
can't
he's
be-
in there. He covers his head. He's walking around like covering his face. and
I
he's
know,
like, give
but-
me your bike.
I still think it would burn through. I feel like I didn't even realize. it was-
Yeah, in the
No, but-
lore of vampires, it's
Okay.
always that.
Well, okay,
no
so
matter
let
what,
me
they're always like, ah! And
Ma-
they
well,
melt.
let me ask you this question. So, in his hypothetical, so vampires can't go into your house unless they're invited, correct? Lore. So, what if you're like homeless and you live outside?
You can eat anybody. Well, outside, you can eat everyone.
No, but I mean, can the vampire go outside? Because it's at your house.
Oh, if you're a homeless, one of the homeless person covers everything. But maybe if they're sidewalk square,
So it has to be covered. Like the house has to be covered to be
I
considered.
think it has to be a home.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's
tell the homeless guy that it's not his home. I mean, Anton. Was it Anton from in Living Color? He lived in a cardboard box. He had a whole setup in the box. You gonna tell me that wasn't his home?
He kept all of his fecal matter in
pickle
jars.
jar.
Yeah, he's like, oh, you want a pickle? Oh, this one's not a pickle.
Did you see that there was a blooper thing? One episode they had of like all these behind the scenes, and they had Jim Carrey interviewing him, his reporter interviewing Anton, and Keenan Ivory Wayans was talking behind the screen, like narrating. He goes, in this scene where Damon and Jim Carrey try to outgross each other, so Jim Carrey takes the pickle and starts eating it, and then Anton starts drinking the pea water. Like, it was just very funny to see them trying to outdo each other. It was a great
I've
scene.
seen that. They've done that their whole careers. That's how they broke out, because they were doing stand up, and they used to bet each other that they can go up and be whatever character that the other one told them.
Oh, really?
And they couldn't do stand up material. They only could do characters.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was pretty neat that those guys did that and broke out. It'd be cool if they connected later in their careers or something. They never did.
No,
at all.
Absolutely. That would be cool.
So now Rusty wakes up after his long night and he banged the humpback girl. And dude, he's getting so grossed out. And then when he talks about breaking up, he's like, oh, no, I'm not breaking up with you. No, why would you think that? Or I have to go to the bathroom.
Well, no, because he saw the father, right? The father came in. Like, so
well, that's
like,
when he changed his tune. Yeah,
that's the same. He changed his
torture
tune.
chambers.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But again, he's not really that threatening. Like, why is he so afraid of this guy?
I know. Because he doesn't know at this point either that this guy is really crazy. Not just the torture devices, because those could be the same as the old school dad cleaning out the gun. Like, does that mean the dad's going to shoot the gun because I'm dating his the daughter or whatever? But like in this, he doesn't know that this guy is capable of the stuff that we know as the audience of, like, taking a girl's head off and taking the body apart for his daughter.
But the difference is a dad with a shotgun could bring the shotgun anywhere. In order to be tortured in his torture devices, he has to lure you downstairs, which you know exactly where the stuff is. So as long as you avoid the basement, you're not getting tortured.
Yeah, you just can't get tricked to go down there.
Oh, hey, buddy, you left your cell phone in the torture. Oh, man, I gotta try. No, I didn't. But I did love him jumping out the window. Oh, I gotta get ready. And he just full bore jumps. We don't hear him hit the tree. They just make it seem like he jumps and lands on his feet.
It's ridiculous. So stupid.
But now tonight, the daughter is like, oh, no, he doesn't want to date me. And then the dad reveals, oh, your birthday present. I'm going to remove your
you're right.
hump.
Okay. Right.
So this is where that whole thing happens.
So the daughter doesn't question where, I mean, I know she does later on, but she doesn't question, where the body came from?
No, she never does until it gets revealed. And she's like, is this true, Daddy?
Right.
That's the only time. But you're right. Wouldn't you think that? Like, oh, Dad, where'd you just get a regular body? Where'd you find a body?
Again, she's mad about it at the end. So why would you not be mad about it now when you're seeing this body? Clearly, it's a fresh body. You don't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, Russ,
hold on. Yeah. One more thing. If this guy is such a smart scientist that he can take a head, keep it alive, and transfer the body, he can't do something with the hump?
I know.
Instead of going through all this, he can't do some kind of plastic surgery to fix her, but he could take the head off, keep it alive, and cut up a body and make that work. Okay, that makes sense.
That's the easy part. Removing humps. It's so hard.
Well, have you seen that hump? Did you see that hump? I mean, that's not... Okay.
That's a serious hump. That sounds like a Mel Brooks line, right? That's a hump. You want a hump? That's a hump. So now we have like Rusty. He wakes up and then now he's surrounded by the vampire girls. And then he has a note on him from Newmar that was, remember, it was like very sarcastic, like, oh, you want to try to kiss my girlfriend? And then I'm like, what is happening? And this is when the vampire girls are like, oh, which I don't know. He's waiting for this one girl that's a corpse to come back, right? So the vampire girls like would think like, oh, let's do this. Because they just get naked in front of him. And I'm like, this is such a weird scenario.
Well, it's the life of a vampire.
Is that all it is?
I guess so. But I mean, What like, you know, this, you saw this in The Mummy too, right? He lost someone thousands of years ago, and that's the only person he wants. I mean, that's like, it's like hanging on to a high school girlfriend that you still can get, you know, 20 years, 30 years later, and you're still thinking about that high school girlfriend, right? Or you're, you know, your college.
That's what I'm saying. So that's
Right.
what I mean. Like, but why do the vampire girls think like, oh, let me give you your boobs, this will be fun? One gag I did love in this was it was the French guy from the opening, like when they got to the school. He was laying against the wall and the girl went up and they had like a beer tap in his stomach, and they filled a cup, like a pint of blood.
Oh yeah.
And then gave it to him, and he spit the blood out. Like, whoa, like, what is this?
So dumb.
It is very dumb. Yeah, it is, dude. And then the stoner guy, like Wang, is like, at this point, he's like,
wait.
Yeah.
His name is Wang.
The Asian guy, yeah, his name's Wang.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I'm pretty sure I have.
Okay. I mean, so you take a movie like this, you have an Asian guy, you can't come up with another name but Wang, which is like the most common like movie name. Like, you know, you get Wang.
I hope it is, because I'll feel bad. Oh, Wang. Yep.
Okay.
Wang.
You sweated that one out. What's the last name?
But just Wang. Just Wang.
Oh, he's like Madonna. He goes by one name, Wang.
Yeah, and Prince.
Okay.
Wang. So at this part is when I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, no, this one he's like, I can do this all by myself. And the other guy screws up and is like, you know, sewing himself into the body, Pete. But this one he's like, I'm gonna do it all. And then he's not able to do any of it. Because at this point, this is when they have to leave, right? Because they find out, don't they overhear the dean comes in and catches them. And isn't that when they have to be on the run? They take the head.
Oh, that's right.
They're off to the races, right?
Right.
Because at this point, I think even the Wang is by himself. And because remember when he's walking with the girl?
Yep.
And this is when he puts her in front of him. And this is when they're trying to sneak away. That was pretty funny. It was that scene.
But I feel like they missed an opportunity with the head, because they ran away with the head, like passing it to each other. Like, if Radu got too close or whatever, or the dean got too close, like, they throw the head to someone else. Like, I don't know. I mean, the movie was so silly to begin with. I feel like that could have just added more silliness.
Made it more silly. I did like the way that, again, they're in a situation that's pretty insane, right? He's pretending to be the head. This other creepy nerdy guy's like kind of feeling her up and being like, oh, Pete's an asshole. Like, why would he do that? And I love that she has kind of put that Wang in an awkward position. Like, oh, I really want you to grab my butt. And like, it's like a very weird, like back and forth.
Yeah.
And it is funny. Like the way they're like trashing each other.
No, it's like I said, I really felt like this was just like Scooby-Doo silliness. Like from the minute they started running, and like even before, like I said, seeing the whole costume of the dean, but like it was like a Scooby-Doo like silliness through the rest of the movie. From that, like,
yeah,
I feel like it was like two parts of the movie, right? You have the college, the horn dogs and all that stuff, and then the whole vampire part. Like it was two separate kind of movies.
No, totally, dude. And I love when the sister's in the trash, because when her head flies in the air and goes into the garbage can, is when Pete and the other twin are like kind of talking about themselves. And I love the sister in the garbage can. You see her head and she goes, behind my back. And then Pete, again, in this situation that's already effed up enough, and what he did to her, and she's just that, he goes, technically you didn't have a back at the time.
What is that? First of all, what is that?
Okay,
because she said behind my back.
Yes.
Well, see, but that's a funny one-liner.
It was really funny.
But yeah. Listen, not for nothing. She is just the head now.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, let's be honest. Clearly she had some major surgery done. How do you take her away from a lab that you don't even know if it's going to kill her by taking her out of there? Like, you don't know, like, what's keeping her alive right now.
Yes.
And you just grab her like she's, like on a plate and just run. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it makes no sense. But Musetta has some great lines. Again, a lot of these things we already kind of covered, but her lines when she's like beating up all the lady vampires, a great fight scene. She goes, have a little steak, and she goes, you get my point. It's like these little like funny lines. Newmar out of nowhere. He's like, I got to defend my lady. He starts sword fighting. This was after this scene was like right after the Rusty Radu in the mirror kind of gag, but they're like sword fighting.
But didn't he sword fight it? He had a sword fight in the classroom, and he did awful.
Musetta, yeah.
So
he was like, okay,
yeah,
she was impressed. Remember, she gave a look like,
well, she was impressed, but she clearly beat him, and like pretty quick.
A vampire slayer.
Okay, but the vampire is having trouble with now. He's a master
Radu's
defenseman.
Rusty. He's been sleeping for a while, I guess.
Rusty met Radu.
Rusty, he's rusty.
No, but you.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah. How about when she shows up for prom? I thought this is hilarious. So shows up to the prom, and she has a sword. She's swinging it and takes out. She definitely hits somebody with it, but then stops and is just walking around looking for Radu, but it's Rusty that she's gonna find, and nobody looks at her. She has a sword, swinging it to enter the room,
And she's dressed in leather.
One cares.
And she's a hot woman in dressed in leather. Yeah.
Yeah. One thing I have to say is about that fight scene, even though it's like the last one, it's definitely like tough to choreograph. When you have that many people fighting at the same time, you had Rusty, you had the Radu kind of in the scene, you had Musetta, you had Newmar. So it was like a lot going on it all at once.
No, for a silly comedy, like, the fighting, the sword playing, like, it was well, like I said, I think it was well done for the type of movie it is. They could have made it way cheesier. And I think, again, you did the old, which one is it? At the end, like, you don't know who. I know,
dude. And Cliff, oh, dude. And that's what's great about it. Cause in you always think about the original, and I'm sure there's something before that inspired them to do that for Star Trek, which I do love that they did that twice in that series. Cause they did it in the one that we covered too. But it is so great that they're not even the same because of the voice. The voice is
not even close. Like it's not.
Hey, I'm Rusty.
But they still, but they still look look confused. Like the voice, like they didn't make a difference. Yeah. Oh, Cliff.
Like everybody else knew it. Like shoot him. You know which one to shoot. And Cliff's like, I don't know which one should I do. But that was good.
Well, not for nothing. He did lose a lot of blood. I mean, so, his mind might not have been there.
Yeah, that is true. He's pretty woozy, right? Yeah. And then Draguda gets like the normal, like she tries to sort of like help out. Her limbs are ripping off. The dad didn't, I guess, sew him good enough. And then the dad has to admit to killing the student. I killed the student to fix her. It's like, whoa. Like, that's
but he didn't kill her.
Insane.
But he didn't kill her.
Well, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. But pretty much he did. She's just the head.
Okay, but she's not dead. I mean, he could have killed her.
Head detective?
That's pretty much what it was.
We're doing like 2 callbacks on each thing.
Oh, all you need is put Mr. Potato Head like feet and arms on her, and she's the head detective.
Still the best bit, dude.
Oh my gosh!
When you jump. Handicap man.
It's so funny. I mean, you know what? Again, obviously you can't do it today, but like they pushed the boundaries on everybody. Like it wasn't just like one. Like they really did it for everybody, and it was so good. It really was. Like that was one of the best.
Yeah. So one thing we mentioned before, and we didn't finish it, but the music box. So to finish this movie, it was like, oh, what are we gonna do to make sure that she doesn't change back? And they just stomp on it. And stomping on it made the body start to disintegrate, like her skeleton. But I would think that's opening it. Even though you're crushing that crystal, I would think once you do that first step, that would constitute it being open forever. And I said that because wouldn't the woman, when she's taking over Lynn's body, just be like, you know what? I'll just take the screws out, break this open, hide it somewhere. It's open forever. Right?
Why do they even need the body anymore? If she, let's just say for argument's sake, she stayed in Jennifer Lyons' body.
Oh, that's true.
Why are they holding on to the decrepit, bony, ashy body? If she's
I was thinking at one point she was going to change, but that never happened. We never saw that actress.
No,
again.
that's what I'm saying. So why even hold on to that? Like if it's just the crystal you need, why do you need the body?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Tough choice. Jennifer's amazing. The girl in the beginning was great, but But yeah, and now we get the end of the end of the movie. We get like the end of Animal House. Like, hey, let's catch up with everyone. Cliff is like a professor now, talking with girls. He changed the whole like story of the way the movie, pretty much that we saw it happen. He made him seem like more of a hero. And then we cut to do the head and the nerdy guy doing the magic together. Was funny, but what made it even funnier, this was like a couple of years after Siegfried and Roy, right?
Oh my
You saw the guy's face was mangled.
You know what? I didn't even realize that. Oh my gosh. Oh my.
It was like probably right. That probably happened like
Too soon.
right after out of high school, which is
Too
that
soon.
movie. Oh, dude, and he had like he was holding a stuffed animal tiger.
Yeah, that I got, but I didn't. The face, I didn't realize that. Oh my gosh.
He was like a little like face was like a little deformed. We get Mike. He's out with a guy again. This guy carries his own condoms. The voice.
It looks nothing like a woman. I mean, clearly looks like a guy who threw a wig on. That's how much of a guy he looked like.
So now Wang has his reality show like Transylmania 911 or whatever it is. What did you think the end goal was going to be when you had like the Romanian couple? She wanted like a boob job. Did you expect what we saw at the end of that scene? She wanted just bigger boobs, and he gave her one boob.
He gave her what?
He gave her one boob. She just had a giant boob in the middle of her chest.
That was it. I didn't see that. Maybe did it get cut off?
Maybe I watched turn it off.
See, I saw the magic. I saw the magic show. I saw everything, and I thought I saw the reality show, unless I was writing something down. But I didn't see the one boob. So wait, she has one boob.
She has one boob, and then her husband chases them out of the room. Like that's the end scene.
So I might have looked. I remember him chasing him out of the room. I didn't see the one boob. I didn't know why.
Whatever version you were able to find, because the one that I just found whenever was on Daily Motion. So I'm not saying they have like multiple versions of this movie. And then
I thought he was cheating. I thought he was cheating on her, and that's why he was chasing her out of the house.
Oh no!
So I must have looked away or something and I missed it.
Let's see it, and she opens it up, and it's like,
oh my gosh!
And so now
was
next
it a nice boob?
Newmar and Lynn. No, it was a giant boob. Of course, not as big as the one from our movie that our buddy Joe Castro did.
Tunes or
Terror Tunes.
Oh my gosh!
3 we covered. I think it was the third one. Yeah. So now we had Newmar and Lynn. They're teaching that sex class from that book because it changed their lives. They do like some crazy like flip in the air, and they're contorted in this crazy way. Musetta, now she's on a show called Cuffed.
See, I saw all this. So
you did okay.
Yeah, like because I remember them doing they jumped in the air or something like that, and they landed like a pretzel, right, or something.
Yes,
yeah. So I saw that. So I missed the boob. I can't believe
looked away. It was quick. It was quick that the one
as quick as seeing the squished testicles.
Yeah, I think so. It was probably a second.
All right.
I didn't freeze frame on
that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you don't freeze on the boob, but you but you made sure to freeze on the testicles. Okay. But the boob, no, I'm not going to freeze on that. You should be hanging out with the guy.
Like, how much is Oregon Scoot? How serious of an actor is he? Is he going to use his own? I was like, I got to check. I got to check.
How real does it look? I got to see.
This is better be real. Oh my god! But and then in her show, it's like a normal cop show, but she thinks everybody's a werewolf. Because the guy's like a predator. Pretty much that was the gag. Because he's like, I didn't know how old she was, and it's like, oh my god! And then we saved the best for last. Rusty ended up marrying Draguda, and they have a little baby, and the little baby, when they picked it up, did have a boob on its back.
A boob?
Well, no, it had the hump.
Oh,
but it did look like the boob. It looked like they used the same makeup. But on the like a little baby looking thing, the baby had it wasn't a real baby that they put makeup on.
I would think not.
But the baby had the face of the grandpa. It was amazing, dude. And then his picture from prison.
It's so silly. I mean, it really I mean, it's like one of those things where it's so silly and so stupid, but it's funny. Like it's just because
no, agreed.
And you knew like once you knew like they were together, you knew that like, the little kids, they're gonna be like same thing. They're gonna have the humps.
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, so that was Transylmania. Again, one of those sequels that Jennifer told us, like, well, that movie's actually a sequel too. When I was going through her credits with her, and it was like, oh wow, but I didn't really think about it again. It was just that with Musetta, we covered the 2 sequels that she was in, Mortal Kombat 2. We did Oblivion 2, and then the other one, Project Shadow Warrior, which I've like heard of, and like in the annals of like all these movie pages, couldn't find it. So I'm like, oh man, we got to do something, and it worked out. But for Jamie, would you recommend somebody to watch this movie?
this is a tough one. I mean,
I'm just gonna say from here, if I was on the jury, you've been saying a lot of positives. About this movie.
Well, I mean, listen, based on what we've been watching, this is a positive movie. It's a tough one. I'm gonna say you come across it on, you flip through the channels, you come across it, stick around, right? There's enough jokes in there that I think, you'll laugh at. I mean, it's a stupid, but it's like all those other stupid, like it's probably like the same as American Pie 7, one of those band camp movies, which I've never seen, but it's probably like that kind of thing, right? So it's a movie. It's probably a straight, like it should have been a straight to VCR, aging myself now, but straight to DVD movie. I guess I wouldn't say go out and like watch it unless you're going to watch it before you listen to our podcast, then definitely go out and watch it. But if you're, if you can't find it.
Sorry, guys, you won't be able to find it.
Okay. Well, then that should tell you right there. It's so difficult to find because no one's watching it.
Well, no, that's not it. It's just like, I can't believe it's not on YouTube. The fact that a movie that isn't available for stream anywhere isn't free.
That's my point.
Somebody wouldn't have uploaded it.
That's who's watching it. Who's uploading it?
Maybe I'll do the Lord's work and I'll put it on for people.
You should.
I do have it on Drive. You can definitely find it if you go on Daily Motion. The link wasn't working when I was trying to watch it, but it does download for you to watch. But
you know what? Free advertising.
Yeah. But honestly, like 100%, I agree with you. Like it is one of those movies. Again, I wouldn't like seek it out. Just like nowadays, it's so hard to like be like, oh yeah, you really stumble across things. But if it was in that world of flipping through the channels, like when I watched Dorm Daze 1 and 2 in the 2000s, I would definitely stick around because all the characters, you don't know them from a lot of things. Like, Jennifer Lyons from like Married with Children and Musetta from obviously her 90s work. But the other people, you don't know them, but they are really good. Like I'm telling you, that Rusty actor, he is so good. I'm shocked he was not a buddy in more things because he was good as the main guy in this movie.
Again, and when it's on, you're gonna find enough that you're gonna be curious. Like, all right, what's the stupid scene you're gonna see next? Like, it's not something that maybe you don't watch from beginning to end. But if it happens to come on, stick around, right? Because you're gonna say like, I gotta see this next scene. Like, it's how bad can it get? How stupid can it get? There are scenes that you'll laugh at. But to watch it fully,
I would love to interview that guy because really, when you look at his IMDb, again, not sitting here saying like, oh, it's a shame because I don't know how he auditions and all that stuff, but you look at his IMDb, like how good he is in this movie. It's kind of shocking when you look at his credits, and it's mostly like driver, like not real names. It's really, to me, really shocking because he's good enough in this movie. It's weird to see somebody that's good enough and then just not being anything else.
Yeah, but the role he plays has been played multiple times in so many different movies that really, like, it's an easy role to play, right? I feel like it's an easy role to play for anyone that has a little acting ability. You can play the schleppy guy who's trying to get girls who never does. I mean, that's not hard, and I think that's maybe why is because. There's so many actors like that. Jason Biggs is the same exact actor as this kid, right? So like,
jeez, I know.
But that's what it is. So I think he might have just got lost in a shuffle because there were just so many types that he just, maybe bad timing.
Yeah, no, it could have been that, but because those movies died after this pretty much. But yep. So that was Transylmania, and next up, because it's perfect timing. And our horror sequel expert It's not done. We haven't done horror sequels other than Friday the 13th Part 2. So next up, so I've used 2 already this year. Jamie has not yet done any yet, but the sequel are we covering because it is always great when a movie's coming out because it's good for obviously people's search engines, for them to find our podcast more. But it's just a movie that I've wanted to cover from the beginning. It just hasn't worked out when you think about the cast, people that worked on it, even behind the scenes. I've not seen this on one IMDb because I know if anybody that we would have gotten contact with, this would have been a movie whenever me and Jamie were talking, I'd be like, dude, this has to be considered. And it is.
Look at this cat. Yo, what's up?
I still know he did last summer. Here's Jack Black. But yeah, he's got the cream jeans. That's what he says in this movie. So yeah, I still know you did last summer. Yes.
I don't remember this movie. I mean, I know I saw it,
nice.
and I don't know if I should watch the first one first. Just like I haven't seen the first one in a long time either.
I think I'm going to, even though I know we're covering this in a few days. I think it will definitely hit a little bit better.
I agree.
This movie at this time, dude, Mekhi Phifer's in it. He was great. Brandy, you know what's funny about this? We're going to cover this. A new one's coming out. And Brandy's going on tour with Monica. Like, she's fine after going to jail for all those years for like vehicular manslaughter. You have obviously Jennifer Love Hewitt, but the plot of this movie, dude, we talked about it before we started recording, like how they get movies like, oh, Die Hard on a Boat or like Speed 2. Like, how do you have these things happen? Like this is only his second movie. And they were like, fuck, we gotta get out of this town. We're going to go to Brazil. They're like Rio de Janeiro.
I don't remember
the whole way
it at all.
they get there, dude.
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't know if it is in Rio. All I remember is the friggin' song. Not the trivia that they get to win this trip. Jennifer Love Hewitt wins a trivia contest, and the question isn't the right answer. But there's a line. Oh, you know what? I almost interviewed Bill Cobbs. That was like one of the first people during COVID to get back to me. He was in Major League 3. I think he was the guy that played the first baseman or something.
Do you rank this sequel high?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, okay. All right.
But I think it's still fun given the setting. So it'd be cool. Chirs Egan will be back, our horror sequel expert. And Jamie, because he doesn't remember it. Do you remember? Do you see it?
I know. I'm sure I saw it. I would think I saw it. I just don't remember it. And I'm sure if I saw watching it, I'll remember. So, but I'm definitely going to watch the first one because I remember the first one being good. So I'll have to watch this. Oh, I don't even remember much of the first one. I just remember there's a scene where she's screaming in the middle of the street. That's her famous scene.
Well,
right?
And there's a funny behind the scenes story about that one. So we'll talk about that next week. But it'll be a lot of fun. So, and I think that's available to find. You can find that everywhere.
Well, I'm going to say
main horror
well, since it's the hall pass, she's one of my hall passes.
Jennifer Love Hewitt?
Oh, she's the best.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. So,
or Brandy, that's fine.
Oh, good.
Okay. But yeah, no, this will be. I can't wait for you to see. It's Jack Black at this point. He's like nuts. This is like a couple years after Cable Guy.
Wait, this is Jack Black.
Jack Black is the one that I just played. He has dreadlocks.
I was gonna say he's Jamaican. Okay, so now I remember it. He's Jamaican, like he has like the accent, doesn't he? Or okay,
yeah. So maybe they are in Jamaica, but the trivia question is something to do with Brazil. And the scene, and that scene, you're like, oh my god, this movie is built on the dumbest premise to get there. But we'll talk about it. So don't forget to review, rate, share our podcast. Follow us on all social media at Sequels Only. And don't forget to check out our website, sequelsonly.com. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.